They say Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, Mike Rome's career has pretty much been destroyed in a day as he has been replaced on Smackdown by former WWE NXT ring announcer Alicia Taylor. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. WWE have made this decision over the past week. Alicia Taylor will be moving to Smackdown. She made her debut last Friday this Friday, whenever, 24 hours ago, 36 hours ago, whenever this video was uploaded. She was on the last episode of Smackdown. Mike Rome has yet to make his NXT appearance because NXT this week was Alicia Taylor's last show, but next week going forward, I will assume that Mike Rome will be on NXT, and the lineup going forward will be Samantha Irvin on Raw, Mike Rome on NXT, and Alicia Taylor on SmackDown. Now, I've no real dog in the fight here. I don't really prefer any of the three over the other. I would say Mike Rome is probably the least annoying out of the three, but I can certainly see why others would prefer the other two, especially Samantha Irvine. Even though I can't stand her, even though I think she's incredibly cringe, she's different, she's unique. She puts a lot of emphasis on the wrestlers' names, she puts a lot of passion into it. You really feel like she loves her job. Although for me, she does it too much. I kind of compare Samantha Irvine as a ring announcer as I would compare Aubrey Edwards to a referee. Even though I think Samantha Irvine is better at her job, I just think she tries too hard. I think she does too much. The way she tries to steal the show, be the centre of the attention. It's like, I remember WrestleMania when Cody Rhodes just won the belt and Samantha Irvine has to make the announcement, and like she's crying while making the announcement. She's getting over emotional, and for me that was like just stealing it away from Cody Rhodes. If anyone should be crying, it should be Cody Rhodes. He should be the one in tears, even though I don't think a male wrestler should be crying. Sometimes it works. I think it worked with Shawn Michaels, but I mean, Benoit and Eddie Guerrero worked as well. And you know what? I don't mind if Cody Rhodes did cry in the ring because his father and stuff like that. He's finally won the championship. He's done it for his dad. He finished the story. If Cody Rhodes wants to cry on that one time, then I think that's acceptable for a wrestler. But when she starts crying during the announcement, you know, she's struggling to hold her voice together, whether she meant that, whether that was genuine or whether it was put on, I thought it was too much. I thought it was too cringe. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Samantha Irvine, but I can definitely see why people prefer her. I can see why some people think she is the best of all time, because I mean, we live in an era where I think wrestling's shit, but a lot of people seem to love it. So I can see why they love Samantha Irvine, because she does put a lot of passion, you know, she puts a lot of effort into the ring announcing. I don't think she's got anything on Howard Finkel, Lillian Garcia, Tony Chimmel, even Justin Roberts. I think there's a lot better ring announcers. Jeremy Borash, I mean, he was another fantastic one. Yeah, so for me, I would not have Samantha Irvine. Probably not in the top 10, to be honest. I would need to try and remember who's actually been a ring announcer over all the years. But yeah, nah, for me, I'm not a massive fan of Samantha Irvine, but I can definitely see why people like her. And she's hot, she's attractive, which I guess helps. Maybe that is why they moved Mike Rome. I don't know. Could it be the fact that he's a male? Do you think that's a role that is more suited to a female, being a ring announcer? Or am I just talking shite here? I don't know. I think maybe with ring announcers and backstage interviewers, I think that's a role that they would probably prefer women to be in. But I don't know if that's true or not. But when you look at it, if you look at the scale, there's definitely more women in wrestling. If you look at AEW, WWE, and TNA, I would say women in the interviewing roles probably outnumber the men by a large amount. I mean, we're probably, percentage-wise, I would have to imagine it's like probably 80-20%. I mean, most of the ring announcers, most of the interviewers backstage are women, and they all tend to be attractive women. They all look pretty good, and I mean, it makes sense. I mean, we're never going to see, well, I never say never, but I highly doubt that WWE, AEW, they're not going to put unattractive women on screen. That's really besides the point. You know, it's not really, that's defeating the purpose here. They want to try and have someone that looks good, and that tends to be what they do. So maybe that's why she's been replaced, because the ring announcer would be seen quite a lot throughout the night. The ring announcer's arguably seen the most. Out of everybody on the show, you could very well make a good case that the ring announcer is seen the most. And we've seen even in like NFL, NHL, NBA, a lot of times they'll have like the interviewer, and a lot of times it is an attractive woman, you know. So I think that might be why this has happened. Do I think that Mike Rome is good? Do I think he's great? No, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't even go as far as saying I think he's the best out of the three. I just think he's the least annoying. But I can definitely see why people prefer Samantha Irvine. But I do find it a bit strange that he's been replaced. As for Alicia Taylor, yeah, she's going to be on Smackdown now. Triple H commented, he says, quote, "If you're part of the NXT universe, you know what an absolute powerhouse Alicia Taylor is. She was meant to have a WWE microphone in her hand, and tonight she makes her debut as an official member of the Smackdown team. Thrilled to be working together again, rockstar." That's what Triple H said about Alicia Taylor just before she made her Smackdown debut. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's not groundbreaking. I'm not really going to care. It's not going to get me to tune in to watch SmackDown. It's not going to get me to tune in to watch NXT. There's a lot more that needs fixed with the product, rather than just the ring announcers. But it definitely seems like this is a promotion for Alicia Taylor, and I would imagine it's going to be considered a downgrade, isn't it, for Mike Rome? Because at the end of the day, who wants to go from the main roster to development? Pretty much nobody. But that's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. I did put a poll up on the community section of the channel to see who is the best out of the three here. So, yeah, go and vote on that, and then maybe we'll make another video depending on the outcome, and we can see who is preferred out of the three. But yeah, for me, none of them are special, and like I said though, there's more to worry about. I think there's there's so many elements of both Raw, SmackDown, and NXT that we need to fix things before we fix the ring announcers. So yeah, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.